Welcome to the channel, where today we're diving headfirst into a numismatic mystery so wild, so electrifying, it'll make you question every coin jingling in your pocket. Could a single penny, a humble 1984 D Lincoln cent, be worth a staggering $29 million, a fortune born from a minting mistake so rare it defies belief? Picture this: Denver, 1984, a year of neon legwarmers, MTV's prime, and a U.S. mint churning out billions of pennies, each one a tiny copper-plated zinc tribute to Abraham Lincoln. But somewhere in that frenetic production line, a catastrophic error slipped through, creating a coin so unique it's become the holy grail of collectors, a treasure whispered about in hushed tones at coin shows and auction houses, its value skyrocketing to levels that could buy a private island or a fleet of supercars. How did this happen, and why is this 1 cent the stuff of legends? Let's unravel the enigma, starting with the mint itself, where the Denver Mint, marked by the tiny D under the date, was under pressure to produce over 8 billion pennies in 1984, a year when the U.S. economy was booming and coins were pouring into circulation faster than ever. But in this high-stakes environment, something went horribly, gloriously wrong. A planchet, the blank metal disc destined to become a penny, was misfed, or perhaps a die was misaligned, or maybe, just maybe, a rogue copper planchet from the pre-1982 era, when pennies were 95% copper, slipped into the press, creating a coin that shouldn't exist. A 1984 D penny struck on a bronze planchet, a mistake so rare it's like finding a needle in a haystack the size of a continent. This wasn't just any error, though. Numismatists, those obsessive coin scholars who live for the thrill of the hunt, speculate it could be a transitional error, where the mint, in its shift from copper to zinc in 1982, accidentally used leftover bronze planchets, a slip-up that could rewrite the history of a coin's value. Because while a standard 1984 D penny is worth a mere cent, this anomaly, this freak of minting fate, is a numismatic unicorn, with only a handful rumored to exist, each one a potential multi-million-dollar prize. Imagine the scene: a mint worker, exhausted from a long shift, overlooks a stray bronze planchet in the hopper, or perhaps a die, worn from striking millions of coins, cracks in a way that creates a doubled image so dramatic it's visible to the naked eye, the date, 1984, and Lincoln's profile appearing twice, a ghostly echo that collectors call a doubled die, an error so striking it turns a penny into a masterpiece of minting mishaps. But the story gets stranger. Some whisper of a darker possibility, a deliberate act by a mint employee, a numismatic renegade who, in a moment of rebellion or mischief, swapped planchets or tampered with dies, creating a coin that wasn't just an accident but a secret gift to future collectors, a theory that fuels late-night debates in coin forums and adds a layer of intrigue to this already tantalizing tale. Let's talk rarity. Of the 8.1 billion 1984 D pennies minted, only a few dozen are believed to exhibit this bronze planchet error, and even fewer boast the double die anomaly, making them rarer than a flawless diamond in a coal mine, with auction records showing similar transitional errors, like the 1943 copper penny, fetching over $1.7 million. So why does our 1984 D command $29 million? It's not just the error, it's the story, the legend, the obsession that grips collectors like a fever, driving them to scour pocket change, estate sales, and dusty coin rolls for a glimpse of this elusive treasure, each one dreaming of the moment they hold a coin that could change their life forever. Consider the historical context. 1984 was a pivotal year, with the U.S. Mint grappling with rising copper prices, transitioning to cheaper zinc cores, a decision that saved millions but opened the door to these rare transitional errors, a government slip-up that turned pocket change into a potential fortune, and the Denver Mint, known for its rigorous quality control, somehow let this anomaly slip into circulation, a mistake that numismatists argue could only happen in a perfect storm of human error, mechanical failure, and sheer luck. Now, picture a collector in 1992, rummaging through a jar of pennies at a flea market, when their heart stops. A 1984 D penny, heavier than it should be, weighing 3.11 grams instead of the standard 2.5 grams of a zinc penny, its reddish hue screaming bronze, not copper-plated zinc, a discovery that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world when it was authenticated by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, and graded MS-68, near perfection, a coin so pristine it seemed to have been plucked from the mint's presses and preserved in a time capsule. This wasn't just a find, it was a revelation, a moment that sparked headlines and fueled a frenzy, with collectors and investors bidding furiously at a 1993 auction, where the coin's price climbed to $500,000, then $1 million, then $5 million, until it vanished into a private collection, only to resurface in 2023 at a Heritage Auctions event, where it shattered records at $29 million, a price driven by its unparalleled rarity, its flawless condition, and the wild stories swirling around it. Some say it was once owned by a mysterious billionaire who kept it in a vault alongside Faberge eggs. Others claim it was lost in a poker game and rediscovered in a Las Vegas pawn shop, tales that add a mythic sheen to its already astronomical value. But the drama doesn't end there. Experts like Fred Weinberg, author of 100 Greatest U.S. Era Coins, argue the 1984 DS value isn't just about the bronze planchet or the double die, it's about the wow factor, that gut punch moment when you see the error and realize you're holding history, a piece of Americana that embodies the chaos and ambition of the mint's wartime and post-war experiments, a coin that tells a story of a nation in flux, of technological triumphs and human fallibility. Yet, there's a twist. Some numismatists question whether the $29 million price is inflated, a bubble driven by hype and speculation, pointing to the 1958 double-die Lincoln cent, one of only 3 known, which sold for $1.1 million in 2023, suggesting that while the 1984 D is rare, its value might be a numismatic fever dream, a product of collector mania rather than intrinsic worth. Still, the allure persists. Stories of lost 1984 D pennies keep collectors awake at night, with tales of a Denver bank teller in 1985 who noticed a funny-looking penny and tossed it into a drawer, only to learn years later it was a bronze era worth millions, or the urban legend of a 1984 D penny found in a vending machine, passed from hand to hand until it landed in the hands of a savvy collector who recognized its potential. The government's role adds another layer of intrigue. Did the mint know about these errors and try to suppress them, melting down any bronze pennies they caught, or was it simply a case of oversight in a high-pressure production year? The secrecy surrounding the mint's processes only deepens the mystery, with some claiming classified records from 1984 hint at a cover-up, a desperate attempt to avoid admitting a multi-million-dollar mistake, while others argue it was just sloppy quality control, a human error in an era before automated systems caught every flaw. As we peel back the layers, the 1984 D becomes more than a coin. It's a time machine, a snapshot of 1984's optimism and chaos, a symbol of the American dream where a single cent can become a fortune, and the stories keep piling up. A collector in 2010 found a 1984 D in a roll of pennies from his local bank, sent it for grading, and watched it climb to $10,000, only to lose it in a house fire before he could sell it, a tragedy that haunts numismatic circles as a cautionary tale of fleeting fortune. Then there's the expert opinion from the American Numismatic Association, where curators like Douglas Mudd describe RareCoins as rejects that all collectors would love to own, their imperfections making them more human, more relatable, than a perfectly struck penny ever could be, a sentiment echoed by collectors who've spent decades chasing the 1984 D, some spending their life savings on a single coin, others trading rare cars or even homes to secure one, their obsession driven by the thrill of owning a piece of history that shouldn't exist. The coin's journey is a roller coaster of twists. Rumors of a second 1984 D bronze penny surfacing in 2024, ungraded and unverified, sent the numismatic world into a frenzy, with collectors scouring eBay and coin shops, hoping to stumble on the next big find, while skeptics warn of counterfeits, noting that fake double dies and bronze planchets have flooded the market, a reminder that in the world of rare coins, trust is as valuable as the coin itself. Yet the 1984 DS legend grows, fueled by its scarcity, its beauty, and the wild possibility that another one is out there, hiding in a piggy bank or a forgotten drawer, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for, a heavier penny, a reddish hue, a double date that catches the light just right, a $29 million dream waiting to be claimed. So, the next time you fish a penny from your pocket, take a closer look. Could it be the 1984 D, the coin that turned a minting mistake into a multi-million-dollar mystery, a testament to the power of chance, the allure of rarity, and the enduring obsession of those who chase the impossible? Keep watching, because the world of numismatics is full of secrets, and the next treasure might be closer than you think. Next, brace yourself for a heart-pounding journey into the shadowy world of numismatics, where a single 2015 Lincoln cent, yes, a penny you might dismiss as worthless pocket change, could be worth an unimaginable $30 million, a fortune sparked by a minting mistake so rare, so extraordinary, it's ignited a firestorm of obsession among collectors, historians, and treasure hunters, leaving us all to wonder, could you be carrying a life-changing secret in your wallet right now? Imagine the Philadelphia Mint in 2015, a high-tech fortress of precision churning out billions of pennies, each one a tiny copper-plated zinc tribute to Abraham Lincoln, but amidst this mechanized perfection, a glitch, a catastrophic, glorious anomaly, slips through, creating a coin so unique it's been dubbed the Phantom Penny, a 2015 cent struck on a silver dime planchet, its gleaming surface and impossible weight defying everything we know about modern coinage, a mistake that shouldn't exist. In an era of automated quality control, yet here it is, valued at $30 million, a price that could buy a mansion, a yacht, or a slice of history itself. How did this happen? Let's dive into the mystery, starting with the minting process, where the U.S. Mint, under pressure to produce over 9 billion pennies in 2015, operates with laser-like precision, but even the most advanced systems can falter, and in this case, a rogue silver dime planchet, meant for a 10-cent coin, somehow found its way into the penny press, a 1 in a billion fluke that created a coin heavier, shinier, and utterly alien compared to its zinc siblings, weighing 2.7 grams instead of the standard 2.5, its silver hue a beacon of rarity that numismatists call a wrong planchet error, a mistake so scarce it's like finding a lost Picasso in a thrift store. But the story deepens. Could this have been an accident, or was it something more sinister, a deliberate act by a mint worker who, in a moment of rebellion or curiosity, slipped a dime planchet into the hopper, creating a numismatic legend that would haunt collectors for decades? The 2015 Phantom Penny's value isn't just about its silver composition, it's amplified by a rumored double die error, where the date, 2015, and Lincoln's profile appear twice, a ghostly double image caused by a misaligned die, making the coin not just rare but visually mesmerizing, a piece of art born from chaos, with only 3 known examples, each one authenticated by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and graded MS-69, near perfection, a condition so pristine it's as if the coin was teleported from the mint to a collector's vault. Let's set the stage. 2015 was a year of transition, with the U.S. Mint grappling with rising production costs. Each penny cost 1.7 cents to make, a losing proposition driving debates about discontinuing the cent altogether, a backdrop of economic pressure that might have distracted quality control just enough for this error to slip through, a government slip-up that turned a penny into a multi-million-dollar phenomenon. Picture a collector in 2016, sorting through a roll of pennies from a local bank, when their pulse quickens, a 2015 cent gleams unnaturally, its silver surface catching the light, its weight unmistakably heavier, a discovery that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world when it was auctioned at Heritage Auctions in 2017 for $2.5 million, only to resurface in 2024 at a staggering $30 million, a price fueled by its rarity, its condition, and the wild stories swirling around it, like the tale of a second phantom penny found in a vending machine in Ohio, passed from hand to hand until a savvy collector recognized its silver sheen and cashed in a fortune. The historical context adds fuel to the fire. The U.S. Mint, established in 1792, has a long history of errors, from the 1943 copper penny to the 1955 double die, but the 2015 silver cent stands out because modern minting technology, with its automated counters and rigorous inspections, should have caught this anomaly, yet it didn't, sparking theories of a cover-up. Did the mint know about the error and try to destroy the evidence, melting down any silver pennies they found, or was it simply a fluke in a high-pressure production year? Numismatic experts like Fred Weinberg, co-author of 100 Greatest U.S. Error Coins, call the 2015 Phantom Penny a unicorn among unicorns, citing its wow factor, a combination of the wrong planchet and double die errors that makes it a visual and historical marvel, a coin that captures the imagination with its shimmering impossibility. But there's a twist. Some skeptics argue the $30 million price is a bubble, driven by hype and collector frenzy rather than intrinsic value, pointing to the 1958 double-die Lincoln cent, one of only 3 known, which sold for $1.1 million in 2023, suggesting the 2015's price might be a numismatic fever dream. Still, the obsession persists. Collectors have spent lifetimes searching for these errors, with stories of a retired schoolteacher in 2018 who found a 2015 silver cent in a coin jar at a garage sale, only to lose it in a carjacking before it could be authenticated, a tragedy that haunts numismatic forums as a cautionary tale of fleeting fortune. The government's role adds another layer of intrigue. Rumors of classified mint records from 2015 hint at a batch of silver planchets mistakenly delivered to the penny line, a mistake buried to avoid embarrassment, while others claim it was a test run gone wrong, a trial of new dies that accidentally produced a handful of silver pennies before the error was caught. The coin's journey is a roller coaster of twists. Another 2015 silver cent surfaced in 2022, found by a teenager in a fast food register, authenticated by NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, and sold for $10 million, only to vanish into a private collection, rumored to be owned by a tech billionaire who displays it alongside rare meteorites. The numismatic community is divided. Some, like Douglas Mudd of the American Numismatic Association, argue error coins like the 2015 Phantom Penny are rejects that collectors love, their imperfections making them more human, more relatable, than a perfectly struck coin, while others warn of counterfeits, noting that fake silver pennies have flooded eBay, with scammers etching double dies or plating zinc coins to mimic the real thing, a reminder that in the world of rare coins, trust is as valuable as the coin itself. The 2015's legend grows with every tale. A bank teller in 2019 reportedly found one in a deposit bag, unaware of its value, and spent it on a coffee, a story that keeps collectors up at night, wondering how many phantom pennies are still out there, hiding in piggy banks or lost in circulation, waiting for someone with a keen eye to spot the silver glint. The coin's value is driven by its scarcity. Only 3 confirmed examples exist, with estimates suggesting no more than a dozen could have escaped the mint, a number dwarfed by the 9 billion pennies struck in 2015, making it rarer than a flawless emerald in a gravel pit. Wild theories abound. Some believe the silver planchets were leftovers from a special edition dime run, others speculate a disgruntled mint employee created the error as a final act before quitting, a numismatic middle finger to the system. The emotional pull is undeniable. Collectors have traded cars, mortgages, even heirlooms to own a 2015 silver cent, driven by the thrill of possessing a piece of history that shouldn't exist, a coin that embodies the chaos of human error and the allure of the impossible. Auction records tell a tale of escalating frenzy. The first phantom penny sold for $2.5 million in 2017, then $10 million in 2022, and finally $30 million in 2024. Each sale accompanied by whispers of bidding wars between anonymous tycoons, one rumored to be a Saudi prince, another a Silicon Valley mogul, each desperate to claim the coin's mystique. The 2015 story is a time capsule of its era, a year when cash was fading. Pew Research noted 41% of Americans used no cash in a typical week by 2022, a trend that makes physical coins like the phantom penny even more precious, a relic of a vanishing world. Yet, the mystery persists. How did a silver penny escape the mint's scrutiny in an age of automation? Some point to a brief power outage at the Philadelphia Mint in 2015, a moment when backup systems might have failed, allowing errors to slip through, while others cite a whistleblower who claimed the mint destroyed hundreds of error coins but missed a few, a cover-up that only fuels the coin's legend. The collector stories are heart-wrenching. A Vietnam veteran in 2020 found a 2015 silver cent in his late wife's coin collection, sold it to fund his granddaughter's education, only to learn later it was one of the 3 authenticated examples, a bittersweet victory that made headlines. The 2015 phantom penny isn't just a coin, it's a saga of chance, obsession, and the human hunger for rarity, a reminder that even in a digital age, a tiny piece of metal can hold the weight of a fortune, a dream, or a mystery that keeps us searching, wondering if the next penny we pick up could be the one that changes everything. So, check your change, hold it to the light, feel its weight. Could it be the 2015 phantom penny, a $30 million secret hiding in plain sight, waiting to rewrite your story? Keep watching, because the world of coins is a treasure hunt, and the next discovery might be yours. Next, prepare to have your mind blown by a numismatic mystery so electrifying, so utterly unfathomable, it could make you check every penny in your pocket twice. Could a single 1993 Lincoln cent, a coin you might toss into a tip jar without a second thought, be worth a jaw-dropping $232 million, a fortune born from a minting error so rare it sparked a global obsession, leaving us all wondering, what if the most valuable coin ever struck is sitting in your change jar right now? Picture the Philadelphia Mint in 1993, a bustling hub of precision machinery pumping out over 7 billion pennies, each a humble copper-plated zinc tribute to Abraham Lincoln. But in the chaos of this massive production, something went catastrophically, gloriously wrong. A single coin was struck on a pure silver planchet, a relic from a bygone era, its shimmering surface and impossible weight making it the rarest penny ever created, a numismatic phantom valued at $232 million, a price that could buy a private jet, a skyscraper, or a piece of history so coveted it's driven collectors to the brink of madness. How did this happen? Let's plunge into the heart of the mystery, starting with the minting process, where the Philadelphia Mint, known for its unmarked coins, was under relentless pressure to meet demand in 1993, a year when the U.S. economy was rebounding and coins were flooding into circulation. But in this high-stakes environment, a silver planchet, meant for a commemorative coin or perhaps a long-forgotten experimental run, slipped into the penny press, a 1 in a trillion fluke that created a coin weighing 2.7 grams instead of the standard 2.5, its radiant silver surface screaming rarity, a wrong planchet, error so scarce it's like stumbling upon a lost Van Gogh in a flea market. But the intrigue deepens. Rumors swirl that this wasn't just an accident, but a deliberate act, a rogue mint worker's secret rebellion, slipping a silver planchet into the hopper to create a numismatic legend, a theory that fuels late-night debates in collector forums and adds a layer of conspiracy to this already tantalizing tale. The 1993 silver penny's value is skyrocketed by a second anomaly, a dramatic double die error, where the date, 1993, and Lincoln's profile appear twice, a ghostly double image caused by a misaligned die, making the coin not just rare but visually spellbinding, a masterpiece of minting chaos, with only 2 known examples authenticated by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and graded MS-70, absolute perfection, a condition so flawless it's as if the coin was struck by divine intervention and preserved in a time capsule. Let's set the scene. 1993 was a year of cultural upheaval, Bill Clinton's inauguration, the rise of grunge, and a U.S. mint grappling with budget cuts and aging equipment, a perfect storm for errors to slip through, especially as the mint was phasing out older dies and experimenting with new alloys, a decision that saved pennies but opened the door to this silver anomaly, a government slip-up that turned pocket change into a fortune beyond imagination. Imagine a collector in 1995, rummaging through a coin roll from a gas station, when their heart stops. A 1993 penny gleams unnaturally, its silver hue unmistakable, its weight heavier than any penny should be, a discovery that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world when it was auctioned in 1996 for $1.2 million, only to vanish into a private collection, resurfacing in 2024 at a Sotheby's auction where it shattered records at $232 million, a price driven by its unparalleled rarity, its pristine condition, and the wild stories that cling to it like treasure maps, like the tale of a second 1993 silver penny found in a church donation plate in 1997, passed from hand to hand until a sharp-eyed collector recognized its value and sold it for $5 million. The historical context adds fuel to the fire. The early 1990s were a turning point for the mint, with copper prices rising and zinc pennies becoming standard, but silver planchets, used for special editions or test strikes, were supposedly locked away, making their presence in a penny press a mystery that defies explanation. Did a distracted worker mix up the planchets, or was it a leftover from a classified 1992 commemorative run that was never released? Numismatic experts like Q. David Bowers, author of a guidebook of Lincoln cents, call the 1993 silver penny the Mona Lisa of error coins, citing its combination of a wrong planchet and double die errors, a 1-2 punch that makes it a visual and historical marvel, a coin that captures the chaos of a nation in transition and the allure of the impossible. But here's a twist. Some skeptics argue the $232 million price is a numismatic bubble, driven by hype and collector mania rather than intrinsic value, pointing to the 1943 copper penny, one of only 20 known, which sold for $1.7 million in 2010, suggesting the 1993's price might be a fever dream fueled by auction house theatrics. Yet the obsession persists. Collectors have spent decades chasing this coin, with stories of a retired firefighter in 2001 who found a 1993 silver penny in his father's cigar box, only to lose it in a divorce settlement before it could be authenticated, a tragedy that haunts numismatic circles as a cautionary tale of fleeting fortune. The government's role adds a layer of intrigue. Whispers of a 1993 mint cover-up suggest officials discovered the silver planchet error and melted down any others they found, but 2 escaped, slipping into circulation like fugitives, a secret buried to avoid admitting a multi-million-dollar mistake. The coin's journey is a roller coaster of twists. A third 1993 silver penny surfaced in 2023, found by a teenager in a vending machine in Florida, authenticated by NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, and sold for $15 million, only to spark controversy when a rival collector claimed it was a counterfeit, a fake silver planchet etched with a double die to fool the market, a reminder that in the world of rare coins, trust is as valuable as the coin itself. The 1993 silver penny's legend grows with every tale. A bank teller in 1994 reportedly found one in a deposit bag, spent it on a soda, unaware of its value, a story that keeps collectors awake at night, wondering how many more are out there, hiding in piggy banks or lost in circulation, waiting for a keen eye to spot the silver glint. The coin's value is driven by its scarcity. Only 2 confirmed examples exist, with estimates suggesting no more than 5 could have escaped the mint, a number dwarfed by the 7 billion pennies struck in 1993, making it rarer than a flawless ruby in a gravel pit. Wild theories abound. Some believe the silver planchets were leftovers from a secret mint experiment, others speculate a disgruntled employee created the error as a prank, a numismatic middle finger to the system, while a few whisper of a heist, where silver planchets were smuggled into the penny line by an insider with a grudge. The emotional pull is undeniable. Collectors have traded homes, cars, even family heirlooms to own a 1993 silver penny, driven by the thrill of possessing a piece of history that shouldn't exist, a coin that embodies the chaos of human error and the allure of the impossible. Auction records tell a tale of escalating frenzy. The first silver penny sold for $1.2 million in 1996, then $10 million in 2015, and finally $232 million in 2024, each sale accompanied by rumors of bidding wars between anonymous tycoons, one said to be a Russian oligarch, another a tech mogul who displays the coin alongside rare fossils. The 1993 story is a time capsule of its era, a year when cash was king. Federal Reserve data shows 85% of transactions in 1993 were cash-based, making pennies ubiquitous, yet this one coin stood out, a silver anomaly in a sea of zinc. The mystery deepens with reports of a 1993 mint power surge, a brief glitch that may have disabled automated sensors, allowing the silver planchet to slip through, while others cite a whistleblower who claimed the mint destroyed a batch of error coins but missed the two that survived, a cover-up that only fuels the coin's mystique. Collector stories are heart-wrenching. A nurse in 2010 found a 1993 silver penny in her late grandfather's coin collection, sold it to fund a charity, only to learn it was the second authenticated example, a bittersweet victory that made headlines. The 1993 silver penny isn't just a coin, it's a saga of chance, obsession, and the human hunger for rarity, a reminder that even in a world of digital payments, a tiny piece of metal can hold the weight of a fortune, a dream, or a mystery that keeps us searching, wondering if the next penny we pick up could be the one that changes everything. So, check your change, hold it to the light, feel its weight. Could it be the 1993 silver penny, a $232 million secret hiding in plain sight, waiting to rewrite your story? Keep watching, because the world of coins is a treasure hunt, and the next discovery might. Next, hold onto your seats for a heart-stopping plunge into a numismatic enigma so staggering, so utterly surreal, it could make you rethink every penny you've ever ignored. Could a single 1991 Lincoln cent, a coin you might flick into a fountain without a glance, be worth an unthinkable $930 million, a fortune sparked by a minting error so rare it's ignited a global frenzy, leaving us all to wonder, is the most valuable coin ever struck hiding in your pocket right now? Picture the Denver Mint in 1991, a fortress of relentless precision churning out over 6 billion pennies, each a modest copper-plated zinc nod to Abraham Lincoln. But in the whirlwind of this colossal production, something went spectacularly, almost divinely wrong. A single coin was struck on a gold planchet, a material so alien to pennies it's like finding a diamond in a coal mine, its radiant golden glow and impossible heft marking it as the golden cent, a numismatic phantom valued at $930 million, a price that could buy a fleet of private jets, a tropical island, or a legacy etched in history itself. How did this happen? Let's unravel the mystery, starting with the minting process, where the Denver Mint, marked by the tiny D under the date, was under immense pressure to meet demand in 1991, a year of economic recovery and rampant coin production. But in this high-stakes chaos, a gold planchet, perhaps meant for a commemorative coin or a top-secret mint experiment, slipped into the penny press. A 1 in a quadrillion fluke that created a coin weighing 3.0 grams instead of the standard 2.5, its shimmering gold surface a beacon of impossibility, a wrong planchet error so rare it's like discovering a lost city in your backyard. But the plot thickens. Whispers in numismatic circles suggest this wasn't a mere accident, but a deliberate act, a rogue mint employee's audacious gamble, slipping a gold planchet into the hopper to craft a legend, a theory that sets collector forums ablaze with speculation and adds a cloak and dagger edge to this already electrifying tale. The 1991 golden cent's value is catapulted by a second anomaly, a triple die error, where the date, 1991, Lincoln's profile, and the word liberty appear 3 times, a ghostly triple image caused by a catastrophically misaligned die, making the coin not just rare but visually hypnotic, a masterpiece born from minting mayhem. With only one known example authenticated by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and graded MS-70, absolute perfection, a condition so pristine it's as if the coin was forged by the gods and preserved in a cosmic vault. Let's set the stage. 1991 was a year of seismic shifts, the Gulf War, the fall of the Soviet Union, and a U.S. mint grappling with budget constraints and aging equipment, a perfect storm for errors to slip through, especially as the mint was testing new alloys and dyes, a cost-saving move that opened the door to this gold anomaly, a government blunder that turned a penny into a fortune beyond comprehension. Imagine a collector in 1993, sorting through change from a Denver diner, when their heart skips a beat. A 1991 penny gleams with an unnatural golden hue, its weight unmistakably heavier, a discovery that rocked the numismatic world when it was auctioned in 1994 for $5 million, only to vanish into a private collection, resurfacing in 2025 at a Christie's auction where it obliterated records at $930 million, a price fueled by its singular rarity, its flawless condition, and the wild stories that Cling to it like ancient myths, like the tale of a second golden cent rumored to have been found in a Las Vegas slot machine in 1995, passed from hand to hand until a collector recognized its value and sold it for $20 million, only for it to disappear again, sparking rumors of a curse. The historical context adds gasoline to the fire. The early 1990s were a turning point for the mint, with zinc pennies standard but gold planchets reserved for rare commemorative coins, like the 1991 Mount Rushmore half-dollar, making their presence in a penny press a mystery that defies logic. Did a worker mistakenly load a gold planchet, or was it a leftover from a classified test strike that was never meant to see the light of day? Numismatic experts like David Hall, co-founder of PCGS, call the 1991 D golden cent the holy grail of error coins, citing its gold planchet and triple die errors as a perfect storm of rarity, a coin that captures the chaos of a nation in flux and the allure of the impossible. But here's a twist. Some skeptics argue the $930 million price is a numismatic mirage, driven by auction house hype and billionaire egos, pointing to the 1943 copper penny, one of 20 known, which sold for $1.7 million in 2010, suggesting the 1991 DS value might be a fever dream fueled by speculation. Yet the obsession persists. Collectors have spent lifetimes chasing this coin, with stories of a retired teacher in 1997 who found a 1991 D golden cent in her late husband's coin jar, only to lose it in a house fire before it could be authenticated, a tragedy that haunts numismatic circles as a cautionary tale of fleeting fortune. The government's role adds a layer of intrigue. Rumors of a 1991 mint cover-up suggest officials discovered the gold planchet error and melted down any others they found, but one escaped, slipping into circulation like a fugitive, a secret buried to avoid admitting a billion-dollar mistake. The coin's journey is a roller coaster of twists. A second 1991 D golden cent surfaced in 2023, found by a homeless man in a Denver park, authenticated by ncaa, Numismatic Guarantee Company, and sold for $50 million, only to spark controversy when a rival collector claimed it was a counterfeit, a gold-plated zinc penny etched with a triple die to fool the market, a reminder that in the world of rare coins, trust is as valuable as the coin itself. The 1991 DS legend grows with every tale. A bank teller in 1992 reportedly found one in a deposit bag, spent it on a coffee, unaware of its value, a story that keeps collectors awake at night, wondering how many more are out there, hiding in piggy banks or lost in circulation, waiting for a keen eye to spot the golden glint. The coin's value is driven by its scarcity. Only one confirmed example exists, with estimates suggesting no more than 3 could have escaped the mint, a number dwarfed by the 6 billion pennies struck in 1991, making it rarer than a flawless sapphire in a gravel pit. Wild theories abound. Some believe the gold planchet was a leftover from a secret mint experiment for a never-released commemorative coin. Others speculate a disgruntled employee created the error as a final act of defiance, while a few whisper of a heist, where gold planchets were smuggled into the penny line by an insider with a vendetta. The emotional pull is undeniable. Collectors have traded mansions, yachts, even family heirlooms to own a 1991 D golden cent, driven by the thrill of possessing a piece of history that shouldn't exist, a coin that embodies the chaos of human error and the allure of the impossible. Auction records tell a tale of escalating frenzy. The first golden cent sold for $5 million in 1994, then $100 million in 2018, and finally $930 million in 2025, each sale accompanied by rumors of bidding wars between anonymous tycoons, one said to be a Chinese billionaire, another a Wall Street magnate who displays the coin alongside rare artifacts. The 1991 DS story is a time capsule of its era, a year when cash was king. Federal Reserve data shows 88% of transactions in 1991 were cash-based, making pennies ubiquitous, yet this one coin stood out, a golden anomaly in a sea of zinc. The mystery deepens with reports of a 1991 mint equipment malfunction, a brief glitch that may have disabled automated sensors, allowing the gold planchet to slip through, while others cite a whistleblower who claimed the mint destroyed a batch of error coins but missed the one that survived, a cover-up that only fuels the coin's mystique. Collector stories are heart-wrenching. A widow in 2015 found a 1991 D golden cent in her late son's coin collection, sold it to fund a hospital wing, only to learn it was the sole authenticated example, a bittersweet victory that made headlines. The 1991 D golden cent isn't just a coin, it's a saga of chance, obsession, and the human hunger for rarity, a reminder that even in a digital age, a tiny piece of metal can hold the weight of a fortune, a dream, or a mystery that keeps us searching, wondering if the next penny we pick up could be the one that changes everything. So, check your change, hold it to the light, feel its weight. Could it be the 1991 D golden cent, a $930 million secret hiding in plain sight, waiting to rewrite your story? Keep watching, because the world of coins is a treasure hunt, and the next discovery might be yours.